Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm out with yet another summery crochet tutorial, and this time I'm going to teach you how you can crochet this super lacy hip or shoulder scarf, which is basically in a triangle shape, as well as I have added some fringe around the bottom part. So as always, this tutorial is going to be super beginner friendly. I'm explaining everything in as much detail as I can, but if you have any questions, then just feel free to reach out in the comment section below and I will try to help you from there. And otherwise, if you feel like I'm going too fast or too slow, then just feel free to adjust the speed of the video. But now let's get started. Here are the materials that I will be using. Here I have some 4-ply cotton yarn in cream white, and here are some more specs just in case if you are wondering about this specific brand that I will be using. And of course we will also need a crochet hook. For this project I will be using 3.5mm hook, and we will also need scissors. But now let's get started. So to get started, here I'm just grabbing my yarn like this, and our first step is to do a slip knot, and for that I'm just twisting it like that and then pulling yarn through the loop that I had on my fingers and just establishing a knot and a loop. And then I'm just grabbing my crochet hook, putting on this loop, and then just adjusting the size so it actually fits my hook. And then our next step is to do 12 chains, and to do a chain we just have to yarn over and then pull this yarn through the loop that we have on our hook like this. So this is one chain, and then we are doing this process until we have 12 chains in total. And now here I have done all 12 chains, and now we can proceed further, and our next step is to basically do a treble crochet here in the first chain, so basically the chain that is furthest away from our hook. And to do a treble crochet we have to yarn over twice like this. Then we are going through this chain from the very beginning and then grabbing yarn and pulling it up to have 4 loops in total on our hook, and then we are yarning over and pulling through pairs of 2. So this is once, then for the second time, and then also for the last third time like this. So now we have finalized this treble crochet, and we have also finalized this first row, and we have kind of established a tiny triangle. And now we can proceed further with the second row. And now to get started we just have to do 11 chains. So I'm just chaining away and counting along as I go until I have 11 chains in total. And now here I have done 11 chains, and then after that we are turning our work like this. So we are on this other side, and then our next step is to do a single crochet by going through this chain space from the first row. So I'm just going through there, then yarning over and pulling up yarn to have 2 loops on my hook, and then yarning over and going through both loops like this. And then after that we have to chain 7. So again we are just doing 7 chains and counting along as we go. And here they are all done, and then once that's done we have to do another treble crochet that will go here inside this same space. So again we are yarning over 2 times, going through this same space, grabbing yarn and pulling it up to have 4 loops on our hook, and then we are just pulling through pairs of 2 for 3 times in total like this. And with that we have also finished this second row, and now we can proceed further with the third one. And again the process is going to be similar, it's just that now we have 2 of these spaces. So first we are just starting by doing 11 chains like this, then we are turning our work, and our first step is to do a single crochet here inside this space. So I'm going in there and doing a single crochet like that. Then once that is done we are chaining 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then we are moving further with the next space here, and in there we are again doing 1 single crochet just as we did right before that. And now we have reached the end, so we are again doing 7 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And since we are at the end of this row we are again doing treble crochet. So again yarning over twice, going through this space, pulling up yarn, and then yarning over and pulling through pairs of 2 like this. So now also this third row is finalized, and as you can see, we are building this mesh triangle a little bit bigger with every row that we are doing. And actually this third row that we just did is basically our repeat row. So you just have to keep on doing this third row for as many times as it's needed to build your triangle large enough so it actually wraps around your hips. So just keep on repeating this third row for as many times as you wish or as it's needed. And again, we are just starting by doing 11 chains. Then we turn our work, and here in the middle part of this triangle we are basically doing single crochets like this, followed by 7 chains until we reach the next space here. And then once we are there, we are again doing single crochet and again 7 chains. And then the same thing also again at the last space. So first we are just doing 1 single crochet and then again 7 chains, and then we are just finalizing by doing a treble crochet inside this same final space that we have here, like that. So now also this 4th row is finalized, and I will just keep on repeating this process, and I will meet you back later once I have some progress to show. And here I have done plenty of rows, and this is how it looks. And once I actually try it on, you can see that it actually fits around my waist, and I can even tie it on one side. And now that this is done, we can proceed further, and we will kind of add a row here around the top part of this triangle to make it less loopy, because as you can see here, it's not a straight line here. So for that, we basically just have to start by doing 7 chains. So I'm starting by doing that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then I'm just turning my work and right away putting a single crochet here inside this first space like that. And then after that I'm chaining 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then inside the next space again I'm doing 1 single crochet like this. So you can see that it's not as loopy, and it kind of like stretches and creates a triangle instead of a diamond shape. So now we are just proceeding further with chaining 5, so 3, 4, and 5, and then again in the next space we are just doing a single crochet. So just go all the way around this top part until you have done these chains. And now that I have reached the end here, I'm again going to chain 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then again in the same space we are going to do 1 treble crochet. So the same basically as we would normally finish the row, it's just that 5 chains instead of 7. So now we have kind of finalized this border here, but to make it a little bit more pronounced, I will add another row with single crochets. So for that I'm first just chaining 1 like this, then turning my work, and basically in all of these chain spaces I will be adding 5 single crochets, and then on top of the single crochets I will just add 1 single crochet. So first I'm just starting by placing 5 single crochets in here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like this. So here I have done the first part, and then on top of the single crochet I'm also doing 1 single crochet like that, and then I'm just moving further with the next space and again doing 5 single crochets in there. So just continue doing this all the way through until the other end. And then once you're done with this border, you can just continue here on this side and also add a border here all the way around. So here basically on the sides I did approximately 3 to 4 single crochets on top of each side of this row that we have here. So here you can see the completed side that I have already done, and now I have reached the tip at the very bottom. So now I'm just going to move forward here on this side, and if we compare it, you can see that by adding these single crochets we are just kind of creating like more pronounced shape. And now that I have gone all the way around and reached the point where we started with these single crochets, we can connect this round together by doing a slip stitch here inside the first single crochet. So for that I'm just going through like this, then grabbing yarn and pulling it through, and then also pulling it through the loop that was on my hook like this. And now we can fasten off. So for that I'm just chaining 1, making this loop a little bit longer, then grabbing my scissors, cutting off yarn, and just tightening in a secure knot like this. And now that this is done, this is how it looks on me. And as an optional step, we can also proceed further by adding a fringe here around this bottom part of this triangle. And I asked you guys on Instagram and a majority of you voted for fringe, so this is what we are going to do. And to do that, I normally grab a random book like this, and since I don't want my fringe to be too long, I'm just using kind of like not too wide book, and if I measure it, it's around 12.5 centimeters or 4.7 inches, something like that. So once we have our book ready, we can also grab our yarn, and we will basically tie this yarn all around the book. So here I'm just taking it and kind of like holding my finger here on the end of this yarn, and then basically just tying it all around this book. And then once that's done, we can just remove this yarn from our book. So we just try to slide it off like this, and then once we have removed it, we basically just have to cut one part of it. So I'm just going to cut in here, and we are just trying to make sure that we are cutting in the same part throughout all of these threads that we have, so we can ensure that all of these pieces are actually in equal length. And with that, we have basically prepared our yarn. And now we can get started by adding this fringe in, and I will basically be taking 4 pieces of yarn like this, folded in half, and then I'm just basically starting by looping this yarn through like this, and then kind of like tying it in a knot like that. So once it's looped through, we are just making sure that we are securing it by pulling like this. And then once that's done, I will just proceed further with adding this fringe on every space that I have here, but otherwise it's up to you how frequently you want it to be added, as well as how many pieces of yarn you want to use. And here I have completed adding my fringe, and this is how it looks. And here for the ends, I just left them without it, so it's easier to tie it together. And if you wish, we can also shorten these ends by cutting them so they are in an equal length. And besides that, you can also iron your fringe so it looks smoother. And lastly, if you have any loose ends, in my case I only have one, remember to leave them in, and for that I normally just use my crochet hook, and I just go through the stitches and weave it through so it's not hanging and everything is looking smooth. And here I have finalized my scarf, and this is how it looks on me once I'm wearing it, and it feels like a perfect accessory for summer, especially for a beach day. And you can either wear it around your hips or even on your shoulders. And that was it from me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this tutorial is going to be useful for you in case you are planning to recreate this scarf. And if you do, then please feel free to share your creations with me. I'm always super happy to see what you're creating and how it turns out. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions or need help, then just feel free to reach out in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, then please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe. And if you would like to support my work even further, I would appreciate if you could join the memberships program here on YouTube. It really helps me keep on going and keeps me motivated. But otherwise, I will see you later. Bye!